Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. Here we are. Bitcoin is catching a bounce. We talked about it. We covered it on the Twitter X app, all that stuff. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning, even better. Good to see you back. First half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin, then the altcoins, the indices like the NASDAQ SP 500, and then some stocks like the Magnificent Seven, and any other chart requests that you have on the second half of the live stream. So make sure to get your requests in early. Early bird gets a worm. Let me know what the ticker symbol is, because sometimes, and let me know if it's crypto or stock, because sometimes the same ticker symbol is for crypto and stock. So when I'm searching for it, we'll keep the live stream and streaming, and keep it going without having to search for it and get distracted and take too long and chop up the live stream. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So but good morning Javier, welcome back. Disney filling November gap. Okay, Lucasian, hey everyone, long time, hope we are well. Yep. There we go. So smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, or if you're on the Twitter X app, follow me, hit the repost button, and throw in a quick comment over there. Help me with the algorithms. I would appreciate it. And we'll keep this live streaming, right? We'll keep it going. So with that, what else? Is that it? Should we call it 2 minutes in? Should we just call it? There you go. There's Bitcoin 4-hour chart. Yeah, we've gone down to the 4-hour chart because the daily and the weekly don't look great. The daily and the weekly chart does not look great. And there was a big retracement down, right? If you look at it from this wick on Monday, July 29th at $70,059, let's call it, all the way down over 6-day period, 6.5-day period. Price drop 30%, right? We haven't seen a Bitcoin price drop of 30% since 2022. And we talked about it. We covered it on live streams for about 3 months that we have not seen a Bitcoin retracement of 30% or more for since 2022. So I pointed that out many times over the live stream. In that 6.5-day period, there was a 30% correction from the all-time high, though. I think it's a little bit more. Well, obviously, it's a little bit more. So it's 73,000. Is that the top wick? I don't know. I'm on the 4-hour chart. It's hard to see. It's hard to tell. 74,000, I think, or very close to it. Doesn't really matter. That doesn't make sense. Oh, wrong one. I was like, that does not make sense. This is what happens when you do it on a live stream and it's not scripted and it's not edited, right? So here we are. So a 30% move in 6.5 days. We're getting a retracement. We're catching a bounce off of that low over there, a 21.5% bounce so far. So expect bounces along the way. That's what we talked about. Expect retracements along the way. So what we want to see is what I posted over there on the Twitter X app earlier today. It was getting oversold. Reversal candle. This is the 4-hour chart. Keep that in mind. And then there was pending a buy signal on yesterday about 5 p.m. And I posted that on the Twitter X app sometime within that candle, right? It was a pending buy signal. It did not close with the buy signal. And then it did not close with a buy signal on the next candle. And it wasn't until the last candle at 1 a.m. it would have been 1 to 5 a.m., right? 4-hour candle. Yeah, 1 to 5 a.m. my time. Had a buy signal, broke out of the downward trend line. So the first 2 candles that I noticed it got rejected from that downward trend line, and then had the buy signal over here, and came up and hit the third 3 out of 4 shorter term retracement targets so far. Will that be it? It's possible. It's possible. So this bounce, this rally, right, could come all the way up here and get rejected and come all the way back down, right? It is possible. It could come up here like this, hit 3 out of the 4 targets, and then roll back over and hit this target, right? And why do we say that? Because the daily chart is still currently bearish. Doesn't mean it will remain that way. It's Bitcoin's up 7.8% today. Woo! Catching a relief, 21.5% bounce. It's not up only, and it's definitely not down only, right? So it'll be interesting to see what the news narratives are coming out today. Kidding. I don't look at that. And the other thing is, or here's the other option. Will it break through resistance, target 3? Will it break through resistance, target 4? Come back up, flip resistance into support, and then the bull run is on, right? With the weekly chart being bearish, I have to lean towards that's less likely, right? With the weekly chart flipping bearish, have to lean on that it's a downtrend until proven otherwise, right? So we'll see what happens. The weekly chart is bearish, the daily chart is bearish, and if we go on to we'll kind of take a look at it, it's still bearish as of right now. It's just kind of letting the trending dots catch up. Let's see, where's that target at? Just the fourth target is just above the trending dots. So like I said, maybe it doesn't even quite get there and it just gets rejected or spikes up into it with a wick and then possibly it just gets rejected. Of course, it could take more time to play out, right? That was just based off a 4-hour chart, but it's still trending downward on the daily chart. It's still currently bearish right now on the daily chart. So we will see. If that was it, then great. Then that was it. But the weekly chart still bearish. We talked about this on the previous live stream. At some point, it could come back up, retest the trending dots, and then possibly come over. There's also, I posted that the CME gap is at 62,500. So that gap could be filled and then possibly roll over. So there's several reasons why price could come up into that $60,000 to $64,000 range and still put in a lower high and then continue downward, right? So the weekly chart is still bearish. The daily chart is still bearish. Down here, a lot of people probably didn't sell. Even on this, if it catches a bounce up here, could be a decent exit strategy if you think it's going to be remain bearish longer term, right? Or not longer term, but mid-term, right? For weeks or months, right? Could be a bounce to get out, possibly. And then, of course, it could just reverse straight back up and go right up to a $150 million Bitcoin, right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll see. Bitcoin's not going to zero, and Bitcoin's not going to $1 million anytime in the near future. So with that, and that's my own personal opinion. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only, and hopefully we find some entertainment along the way. Take a quick water sip. Ah. 2-week chart. How are we looking on the 2-week chart? There's the 2-week chart, right? There is a 2-week chart. What up, Lawrence? Welcome back. So the 2-week chart the candle won't close for 4 more days. The 12th. So Monday the 12th, it will close. So it still has some time to either push up and then still push all the way back down, right? So it is possible. What do we look at on there? We have, let's clean this up. Had that RSI sell signal, right? Possible lower high over here. This candle is looking very bearish, right? So We'll see. But that's the overall trend. And it is currently pushing up right now on the lower time frames, but still bearish on the daily and the weekly chart. Monthly candle close, taking out all of these months. It's early in the month, right? So push up, could come all the way down. By the end of the month, it could still push all the way back down near that. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. You can see how it played out over here, over here, over here. Toyed around and played with that back in May of 2021. So that's kind of what we've talked about. The indicator, not me, the indicator, the RSI 2.0 is picking up bearish divergence over here as well. That's interesting. It had picked up bearish divergence over here. Now it's picking it up over here. So we'll see what happens. Still currently bullish, question mark, on the monthly chart. Still holding on for dear life on the 2-week chart, but not looking great. And then, of course, the weekly chart is already bearish, right? It's already bearish, but it's pushing up like this, right? So it could be coming in for a bounce, possible lower high scenario. Has not closed below 55,800. So this lower high is not confirmed yet. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to think about. But that's the daily chart. Still under the trending dots, and then of course on the 4-hour chart, it's bullish on the 4-hour chart. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Or will it break through all this, flip the resistance into support, and take off to the upside? That would be very much welcomed as well. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Right? Right. So first thing is first, hit target 3 out of 4. First thing is first, hit target 4 out of 4, and then or see if it starts to roll over after that. This will kind of be maybe the preliminary line in the sand, right? So uptrend, up, break this, downtrend, right? So probably even put a couple arrows out there for visual purposes. Not that big. So like that, green, boom, there you go. Clone, and then of course break back down, target 3 and or the downward trend line, right? So that would be kind of your plan of attack, just like it would have been back here as well. This is how we played it in the bear market the whole entire way, right? The whole entire way. Anytime there was a bounce, as soon as it started breaking down, shorted it, right? Shorted it, short. Should not be trading or investing until you have a strategy in place. Do not copy trade anybody. You should be making your own decisions. People are often wrong, and probably 5% or less of traders are actually profitable. You got to treat it like a business. If you're looking for home runs, going to strike out more often than if you're looking for base hits. And just keep in mind the baseball analogy. Hall of Famers are, strike out probably 65 to 70% of the time anyways. Hopefully, as swing traders over here, we're not striking out that much. So just keeping in mind, you are going to have losing trades, right? You are going to have losing. So you have to not risk more than you can afford to lose. Make sure your entire plan is laid out so that when you have a loss, you keep it low and you try to push the winners as much as possible. I mean, that's what everybody says, but easier said than done. That's why I continue to try to build tools for the market snipers to help make this process easier and easier and easier visually and not just visually as well. So let's keep going. Bitcoin up 8.5%. Woo! Hit that fourth target. Hit it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see. Ethereum. Pending breaking news. Oh, before we get into it, let's come over here and let's warm up the trigger finger over here. And Weird. Why is it not showing the broadcasts? But why? But why? Uh there we go. Market update covering Bitcoin. Okay, so it's showing it over here. Plan C. Plan C. Bitcoin's back. Every bounce, right? Every bounce. Plan C. Bitcoin is back. Okay, there you go. Hit the repost button over there. Help me, help you, help me. I'm not sure why it doesn't show the video anymore. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Twitter X support. Show it over here. Let's see. What do we want to do? All right, let's just do. Cool, man. Cool. Takes like 5 seconds to hit the like button, hit the repost button, and throw in a quick comment. Helps me, help you, help me. Boom, 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 and there you go. All right, let's get back to it. Breaking news: Ethereum 4-hour chart. Oh, can you? Nice. Yeah, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So it's interesting. But yeah, cool. Good to know. Maybe Twitter X support can fix that for all to see the video. But yeah, pending buy signal on the 4-hour chart. Remember, these are lower time frames. 8-hour chart, pending MACD bullish crossover in real time. Daily chart, pending reversal candle on the daily chart for Ethereum. There is some bullish divergence too, but it's well below the trending dots. So could take a little bit for the ship to get turned around. We'll see what happens. Could just be a retracement and a bounce, right? Could be a retracement and a bounce and put in a lower high. So it's been putting in lower highs and lower lows, and see if that trend continues or not. Let's stay in the 4-hour chart though. Solana, Sand, and Solana, right? Solana was kind of leading the way. It was the first one that had the buy signal over here, and there it is. So the 8-hour chart probably has one too. I haven't even looked. Yeah, had 8-hour chart already had one, so it is kind of leading the way. Pending buy signal on the daily chart for Solana, right? Pending buy signal on the daily chart. So we'll see what happens if it gets back above the trending dots, right? And then you'd want it to see breakthrough resistance. Flip that into support. So is Solana leading the way? Maybe. Sand still has a lot of work to do on the daily chart. 4-hour chart, pending buy signal on Sand, 4-hour chart. So we'll see what happens. Up 8% right now. Kind of in the middle of the pack. Barely outperforming Bitcoin, basically the same. Ethereum bouncing harder, Solana bouncing harder, Filecoin bouncing harder, Near, Mana, Algo, Cardano, Dot less as of right now. So that is Sand, Near, buy signal. Filecoin had a buy signal. It's an old downward trend line, right? Bouncing. Mana, buy signal on the 4-hour. These are all lower time frames. Just keep that in mind. All go. We're just trying to catch it early, right? Be aware of it. Catch it early. Cardano still has all that bullish divergence. Dot, AVAX, 4-hour chart. Chainlink, not yet. FET, not yet. Let's switch over to the Nasdaq daily chart. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it was really bearish, right? It was really bearish. It was oversold bearish, came all the way down here, expecting a bounce along the way. The weekly chart is still bearish on the weekly chart, just had a sell signal. And so it would be, and we talked about this on the previous live stream, right? The trending dots are all the way up here at 19,500, could come all the way back up, put in a lower high somewhere at some point, put in a lower high. Anything below on the weekly chart, anything below 20,600-ish on the weekly would still be a lower high. This is based off the daily chart, this lower high area. So I put that one over there, 20,900. So anything below that could be even a possible double top. We don't know. Obviously, this could be a higher low too. I mean, it could be a higher low, but the weekly chart is bearish as of right now, as of reporting live. Still bearish on the weekly chart. The 2-week chart, we already covered it, right? Had the reverse candle after bearish divergence on the 2-week chart and could be closing below the trending dots, right? Doesn't close till Monday as well. So all of that considering, right? But catching a bounce, 2.73%. The bull market is back on, right? The bull market is back on. Going to the moon. But there are a lot of bearish signs. There are a lot of bearish signs. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We will see. You can kind of draw this downward trend line as well. It doesn't mean it won't go above it, but you got a lot of resistance, trending dots, this other upper longer term trend line, another one. I mean, how many upward trend lines are we going to have, right? Doesn't really matter. So there you go. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We talked about that even over here. Even over here, we talked about it could bounce and put in a lower high at some point, right? Expect bounces along the way. Gotta expect bounces along the way. Profit taking over here. And then the market makers push it to the upside, right? They push it to the downside. They push it to the upside. They push it to the downside, upside, downside. Dow Jones, Russell 2000, this all the daily chart, right? Bart Simpson, round trip all the way back down. All the way back down the 200-week moving average, right? Ethereum, pending reversal candle on Ethereum, gap at $3,000. Bitcoin, gap at 62,500. The dollar, daily chart, coming back up into the trending dots, right? I don't know. Is it? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Dollar. What else? VIX. Letting the trending dots catch up over there on the VIX. Still currently bullish as of right now. Could come back as well to the 200-week moving average. Has not retested it. So we'll keep an eye on it, right? We will keep an eye on it. So this is the 1-hour chart, right? Is this a higher low? Will this put in a higher low? We don't know. I had that buy signal, came all the way back down. Another possible higher low while everything's catching a bounce. And then we'll see, right? Then we will see. Accidentally deleted target 2 and target 1, right? So we'll see what happens. Daily chart. Let's switch gears over to the Magnificent 7. NVIDIA. Right? Got another new gap over here at 122. Got the trending dots over here at 109. Got this bigger gap over here. Not expecting a straight line downward, right? Sometimes it takes the elevator down, but not always. Not always. So still currently in a downtrend in NVIDIA. Meta caught a bounce of the buy signal, right? So we'll see if it puts in a lower high or not on Meta, or this is a higher low, right? I don't know, somewhere in between. Let's look at the weekly chart. Still currently bullish, but that was bearish divergence. At some point could put in a lower high, basically what we've been talking about. Amazon catching a bounce. There's a pretty big gap up here at 182, basically. 182, all good here. Lucasian, yep. 182. On Amazon, it was getting oversold. Filled this gap over here, expecting bounces along the way. Weekly chart is bearish. Woo! Look at that. You'd expect a lower high to get put in. Not only is there a gap at 182, the trending dots are at 186. So expect bounces along the way. Expect a lower high to be put in. Not really seeing a lower high on Amazon yet. So there you go. That was a massive move down. Amazon, that is a massive move. How many, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 weeks, 25%. 25%. On a $2 trillion asset. More than $2 trillion asset. That's insane. 25% on positive earnings. Just means that it was overbought, right? It was overbought. Pretty far extended away from the 200-week moving average and came all the way down within $6 of it. So maybe that was enough. Maybe that was enough. But big gap up here. March 2020 lows. Your 200-week moving average down there. So letting the trending dots catch up. Microsoft. Similar thoughts over there. Old drawings. Tesla. Similar thoughts. Apple. Similar thoughts. Got a gap over here. Here, let's add that gap. It's not a big gap, but it's a gap, right? And it kind of lines up with the trending dots over there. And I can eyeball test it. Key retracement target as well, right around that 217, guaranteed, or your money back. I can see a retracement back up into there. A target up in there. We don't know if it's going to guaranteed hit the trending dots and the fill the gap and the target all at once, but I can guarantee I can see a confluence area of most likely three major things lining up over in this target box over here. So that's that. Tiny gap up here. Tiny. Is that enough for the market makers to care? Is it? I don't know. Let's see. No, probably not. I mean, it doesn't mean it won't get filled, but I don't think it's enough for the market makers to actually care. Partially filled gap, right? 1.88%. It's not even that big of a gap, but it's on there nonetheless. Got a gap up here on Google. Oh my gosh. All these drawings on the live streams, all the game theory, right? All the game theory. I got a gap up here. Gap. Right? We have a gap up there. This gap was filled. Breaking news. We already know that. This gap was filled. Boom. All the way down here. 158. All the way down. Woo. All right. Let's see what else is catching bounces today. Are we having fun? Yep. Insider trading. That's why I said if you're not an insider, or whether it's in politics or in the boardrooms or the owners of the company, and you know exactly what's going on behind closed doors. If you're not an insider, you cannot rely on the news. You cannot rely on the narratives. The only thing you can rely on is the chart in front of you. And we definitely rely on the chart in front of us. We had bearish divergence. We had reversal candles. It was overbought. It was bearish divergence. All bearish divergence, reversal candles, right? So then it starts to break down. And then Jeff Bezos probably sold somewhere up in here, right? Somewhere up in there. Bearish divergence. And then candle closes back below the trailing dots. When would now be a good time to take profits and get out, right? If you're in a long position. I was not. But if you're in a long position from over here at 140, right, and you took that and there was no sell signals the whole way, and you held, and it starts to get very toppy over here, overbought, reversal candles, bearish divergence, starting to break down, trending dots starting to come down, sell signal over here at 182. When would then be a good time to lock in profits, right? You don't have to be an insider. You just have to rely on the charts and trust yourself and learn them. At 200, I don't even see price at 200. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not 200. The highest I see was 193. So, but anything above 180, let's see. The goal for me is always for Bitcoin, the top or bottom minus 5 to 8%. So if you got anywhere up in there, 5%, anywhere from the top, 183 to 193, miraculous, right? You're professional. So if you're hitting that 5% area with all of these warning signs, right? All of these warning signs saying, hey, lock in profits, lock in profits, lock in profits. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Amazon. Oh, Jesse, come on. Oh, Jesse, come on. All right, now we gotta take a look at it. Now we gotta look at it. All right, where's Amazon? $200. Same thing though, right? So $200. Bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence, reversal candles. We talked about, is this a possible bull trap up in here? So again, anywhere from that very top wick down to the reversal candle, 4%, candle closes back below the trending dots, right? You're within that 4 to 5% of the top, and you don't even have to be Jeff Bezos. You don't even have to be the founder of Amazon. You don't have to be the insider of all insiders. You don't even have to be. And you could be locking in the top, minus 4, 5%, whatever it is. Maybe the sell signal, 6.5%, whatever it is, right? You don't have to, right? So there you go. What else? What else? Johnny C. Good morning. Longtime market sniper. Good to see you on here. Welcome back. What else? Hut. Daily chart is still bearish, right? If you went down the 4-hour chart, still no buy signals like altcoins or anything like that. So let's just stay in the daily chart for now. Kind of let the trending dots catch up and stuff like that. Could be possibly putting in a higher low, right? Bitfarm starting to reverse back around, but still below the trending dots. 4-hour chart probably had a buy signal. Nope, not yet. Probably in the near future, right? Probably in the near future. Bullish divergence down here. Possible higher low scenario. Maybe. Up 20% today. Whoo. Wow. Took out this lower level on Marathon Digital. Let's see, 4-hour chart. Not yet. So yeah, still has some work to do below the trending dots, at least retracing some of this big move down, right? CLSK, pending reversal candle. Still bearish though, still bearish. Has a new gap up here, right? Iris Energy. Is this a possible higher low scenario? Maybe. 4-hour chart. Possible reversal candle pending, right? Still well below the trending dots, though. Still well below. The weekly chart is bearish too, but it's well below the trending dots, so doesn't mean it couldn't bounce back up and catch a bounce. So we'll see. We'll see. Too early to start calling it yet. We can make it. Hopefully, we'll all make it. Cypher mining, MIGI. That joke never gets old to me, by the way. I'm sorry. Not sorry. MIGI came all the way back up into the trending dots. Over here, Riot, Hive. What a massive move that was from July 22nd all the way to August 5th. Wow. This could be a possible higher low, right? Round trip all the way back down. That's incredible. That is incredible, but closed higher, closed higher. Veritone. Woo! Are we back? Are we back on for Veritone? I don't know. I don't know. Getting close. Woo wee. Is Veritone. By the way, I got to remove all these and reconfigure. It'll probably be very similar, very close, but that wick took out uh, all of those targets that were mapped out. So there we go. Right now, let's see. Veritone. Okay. There we go. We'll see. We will see. What's Lemonade doing? Flat today, round trip. Don't forget there's gap up here now. Gappy gap gap. There you go. Round trip. Bart Simpson all the way down. Woo. Possible higher low, too early to say. Still battling right now. Upstart Holdings. Oh, buy signal yesterday, right? Gapped up, created this new gap over here, $24. What's the 1 hour chart look like? The 1 hour chart was overbought. Could be coming back to the training dots. Who knows if it fills this gap or not? You know, we were talking about it with Crypto Stu in the Discord. He's the one that told me about Upstart a couple of years ago, and it's been on the radar for a while. And you know, told him that I wouldn't be chasing here if you weren't already in. I wouldn't be chasing it at this point unless a lower time frame like the 1 hour chart gets some sort of retracement, maybe even a partial fill or whatever, or if it finds support and starts to bounce off. Because the daily chart is bullish, right? The daily chart is bullish, but just try to get a little bit better sniper precision, not chasing. But the weekly chart has a pending buy signal. The daily, the monthly, the 2-week chart, you get the idea. Maybe you can get a little bit better sniper precision so you don't get in now and then maybe it comes back down. I don't know. But maybe you have to drop down the 1 hour chart to try to get a little bit better over there. So you're not getting in at $36 and then holding for a couple weeks and then you're mad and then you get out of your position, right? And then it's off to the races after that. So we will see. We will see. We will see. What else? Let's get back on the daily chart. What else? What else? What else? Versus BTC. We will see. Hood. What else? PayPal. Yep. PayPal still bullish on the daily chart. There we go. Trending dots have even broke out of this downward trend line. The trending dots have even broken down. And now, let's see. Back above the trending dots. We had a buy signal on the weekly chart as well. So there you go. That's what I was pointing out. Buy signal last week. And now we're starting to get a little bit of a follow through over here, up 1.5% today. Not setting the world on fire, but after bullish divergence, possible higher low, followed by another possible higher low. Two of them. I'm only showing one. Gap at $72. Another one at 107, etc., etc., etc. G-Rod. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Allah, Sabi, XRP. Sure. I mean, we checked Sol. We checked it. We already looked at it, Lawrence. Just briefly. So they all look the same right now. Sol kind of led the way to the upside is what I talked about. SoFi. See, weekly chart, not yet. Daily chart, not yet. But battling back above this downward trend line. Something to keep an eye on. ARC. Nope. Square, nope, not yet. Mag 7. Oh, wow. Oh. Someone said Disney. Dang. continues to have fallout. Continuing to try to find bottom over here. Remember, there's this gap was filled from $85, right? We had that gap on there at one point. We had that on there. I don't know why it was taken off, but we had that gap, and that gap at $85 has been filled, right? So this gap was filled, this gap was filled, and that's about it. So maybe that will be it. Maybe it'll find support and turn around, but it's ultra bearish right now. And I'm not in the business of catching falling knives. So I'd be waiting for a higher probability reversal and could take some time for the ship to get turned around if it does. The weekly chart is also ultra bearish. Ugh. Wow. March 2020 lows. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Well below the 200-week moving average. Well below it. Trending in the wrong way, right? Monthly chart. Ooh. Ooh. Dang. Yep. Not for me. Not for me. What else? Kind of flat today in Bitcoin dominance overall. Rivian daily chart. Gold futures. PLTR. Natural gas daily chart. Yep. Yep. What else? What else? Not yet. What else? Bonk. Bonk. Oh, goodness. Oh, Jesse. Who had me look at bonk? That's bonkers, right? That's bonkers. Ooh, good one. Nice joke, Jesse. There you go. What else? All right. I guess I'm just entertaining myself right now at this point. Bitcoin 4-hour chart. There we go. There we go. Bitcoin. Yep. Yeah, I don't miss it. I always go back and circle it. So, you know my thoughts. If you've been watching me anytime, if you ask me like 2 or 3 times in a row, then I usually don't do it. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't know why. Who was it last time? They asked me like 3 times, like, come on. And I was like, no, I'm not even gonna look at it now. So yeah, no, I didn't miss it. I don't miss it. Gold. Yeah, I mean, we looked at it briefly. Looked at it briefly over there. Oh, all right. Let's circle back. Let's see. Disney. Yep. Covered that. Filling the gap. Yep. Good call. OCDO. I don't know what that is. I don't know. If I can't find it quickly because I don't have any other details, then we'll move on. OCDO. I don't know. Is that the right one? No crypto, so it's gotta be that one. I don't know. Oh, okay. There we go. Let's see. 4-hour chart. Below the trending dots. RSI sell signal. Weekly chart still bearish. Could be the bottom. Possibly. Too early to call it yet. Well below the 200-week moving average. That's about it. What else? XRP, you got it. Did we look at it? I thought we looked. No, we did not look at it, huh? Thought we did for a brief second, but it looks probably similar to all the ones already covered, right? So that's a weekly chart, pending buy signal, daily chart. Yeah, maybe I didn't. No, I probably didn't look at it. No. Buy signal yesterday on the daily chart. Still underneath this downward trend line. If you look at the weekly chart over here, um, these are longer term targets on XRP, still valid. These longer term targets were drawn out from over here on June 2022, and they're still valid in my own personal opinion. Breakout over here at 48 cents. Battling, came all the way down to 43 cents this week, and then is all the way back trying to regain the 200-week moving average. Trying to regain the 200-week moving average, pending buy signal on the weekly chart, buy signal on the daily chart. What else? 2-week chart, MACD bullish crossover. There's already a buy signal over there. Kind of like one last hurdle to go, and then we'll see if it spikes above that. Monthly chart also had a buy signal last month, so very interesting. XRP. I don't like to trade it personally. There's a lot of pump and dumps, right? A lot of pump and dumps. Too much for my liking to trade, but happy to look at it for you. Doesn't mean you couldn't do it. I just don't personally like to do it because it literally just pumps and dumps, right? Over and over again. I mean, you got to be fast on the trigger, in and out, right? In and out, right? I mean, you've got like a week or two on pumps, maybe a day, right? 1 day pump. Good luck. Good luck, right? So pump it, get everyone excited, and dump it all the way back down. So yeah, it's not for me to trade. It's not for me. Doesn't mean you won't see bearish divergence. Doesn't mean you won't see bullish divergence. It's just I'm not trading this one. So it's not for me. I like something to be a little bit less pumpy and dumpy, but that's me. What else? What else? I think we're gonna call it a little bit early today. I'm not really that motivated to do an hour plus. We just don't have a ton of likes. We have 5 likes, right? It's quiet out there. There's only 400 something views right now. 5 likes. So I'm not really feeling the let's see where. Oh, it's not showing it over here now, huh? Let's see. Let's go home. Let's go to the home. There you go. Oh, yeah, it's showing it over here. It's hosting market update covering Bitcoin, altcoins, and stocks, right? And stocks. So, yeah, 400 some people and 5 likes. So, help me, help you, help me stay motivated, smashing the like button and continue doing these live streams, and then that would be very much appreciated. Yep, 5 likes. I think we're gonna call it today. 49 minutes. We still did a good amount. We still covered everything, but instead of staying on here for an hour and a half, I think we're gonna call it here, and then we'll see how the likes and the views do on Friday, which is typically slower. But last Friday we ended up going 2 hours because everybody was on it. There was like over 1,000 views, probably 12 to 1,300 viewers combining both apps. So it kept me motivated, and it was a crucial turning point for a bigger drop on Friday. So with that, hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for all of your support, for those who are viewing it, for those of you who are smashing the like button. And with that, have a great rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow. All right. Adios.